going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started with this flight, I wanted to quickly mention that I have changed the channel name. I don't know if you guys have realized it. It's been changed from Travel and Gaming down to Mobile One Gaming because I figured that the Travel and Gaming thing had its place and it had its time, but now it's time to change things up. Today we are hanging out in this Air Canada Express jet CRJ 900 LR, and we're going to be making a flight here from the Key West up to Miami-Dade International Airport. Flight time today should be about 30 minutes, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Basically, what we're going to do here is we're going to climb out of here using runway 27 and then make a hard right-hand turn out and then climb up to the Florida region there. So without further ado, let's get everything started here. I've already started flight planning and all that's done. The airplane's loaded up and we're pretty much ready to go. So just jump in here and start our pushback, and we'll start the safety briefing for the passengers. And once that's all been completed, we will get underway.
Welcome aboard Air Canada.
Bienvenue à bord d'Air Canada. Pour votre sécurité et votre confort, nous vous prions d'écouter attentivement cette brève vidéo.
For your safety and comfort, we ask that you pay attention to this short video. Please place baggage in the overhead bin and heavier items under the seat in front of you.
Veuillez ranger les bagages dans les coffres supérieurs et les bagages plus lourds sous le siège devant vous. En prévision du décollage, asseyez-vous confortablement, redressez le dossier de votre siège et rangez votre tablette.
In preparation for takeoff, make sure you're comfortably seated with your seat back upright and tray table stowed. For your safety, you must wear your seatbelt when the seatbelt light has been turned on, and we suggest wearing it even when the sign is turned off.
Pour votre sécurité, gardez toujours votre ceinture bouclée lorsque la consigne est allumée. Nous vous conseillons de la garder attachée en tout temps, même après l'extinction de la consigne. Attachez votre ceinture et ajustez-la autour de vos hanches. Pour la détacher, soulevez la partie supérieure de la boucle ou appuyez sur le bouton.
Fasten your seatbelt by adjusting it around your hips. To release it, lift the upper portion or press on the release button. Air quality is important to us. That's why we always ensure that you enjoy a non-smoking environment.
La qualité de l'air est importante pour nous. C'est pourquoi nous tenons à vous offrir un environnement sans fumée. À partir de maintenant et jusqu'à ce qu'une annonce soit faite à l'arrivée, les appareils électroniques portatifs doivent être réglés en mode avion.
At this time, your portable electronic devices must be set to airplane mode until an announcement is made upon arrival. The illustrated card in your seat pocket or magazine rack explains the many safety features of this aircraft. Please review it sometime before takeoff.
La carte illustrée placée dans la pochette du siège ou dans le porte-revue explique les nombreux éléments de sécurité propres à cet avion. Veuillez en prendre connaissance avant le décollage.
If there is a need to evacuate the aircraft, leave your personal belongings behind and follow the seat-mounted lighting in the aisle to the nearest emergency exit.
S'il fallait évacuer l'avion, laissez vos effets personnels. Suivez l'éclairage des sièges côté couloir jusqu'à l'issue de secours la plus proche.
There are 4 exits located on each side of the aircraft. All of these are indicated by the green exit sign. Please locate the one nearest you.
Il y a 4 issues de secours de chaque côté de l'appareil. Elles sont toutes signalées par une enseigne verte. Veuillez repérer celle qui est la plus près de vous. Si la pression de la cabine change, un masque à oxygène ou une languette rouge tombera du panneau au-dessus de vous. Restez assis. Tirez la languette ou le masque vers vous. Utilisez ensuite la bande élastique pour maintenir le masque sur votre nez et votre bouche. Et respirez normalement pour activer l'arrivée d'oxygène. Mettez toujours votre masque avant d'aider quelqu'un.
If the cabin pressure changes, an oxygen mask or a red tab will drop from the panel above you. Remain seated. Pull the mask or the tab to bring the mask towards you. Use the support strap to hold the mask over your mouth and nose. Breathe normally to start the flow of oxygen. Always secure your own mask before assisting another person. If there is an emergency landing on water, reach under the seat or beside your leg rest. Remove the elastic band if required. Pull out the life vest from the pouch.
Dans le cas d'un amérissage, prenez la pochette contenant le gilet de sauvetage sous le siège ou près du repose-jambe. Retirez la bande élastique au besoin et sortez le gilet de la pochette. Enfilez le gilet. Fixez le crochet autour de la taille et ajustez la ceinture. Ne gonflez votre gilet qu'au moment de quitter l'avion. Pour gonfler le gilet, tirez la languette ou soufflez dans le tube.
Slip it on. Fasten the waist clip and tighten the belt. Pulling the tab will inflate the life vest. You can also inflate it by blowing into the tube. The life vest should only be inflated as you leave the aircraft. If you need any assistance or have any concerns, please let one of us know.
Si vous avez besoin d'aide ou si vous avez des préoccupations, adressez-vous simplement à l'un d'entre nous. Merci d'avoir choisi de voyager avec Air Canada.
Thank you for choosing to fly with Air Canada.
Alright, well, that worked out in our favor. We are going to go ahead and get the heck out of Dodge here. Runway 27 has been identified. It's a gloomy day here in Key West, guys. Very gloomy day. Alright, guys, well, let's go ahead and get this flight underway over to Miami. I haven't actually seen Miami Airport in this game yet, so that'll be interesting. And we are going to use full throttle today on takeoff or full thrust. Just because we are on a very short runway and there's not much room for error on these runways here. So, the quicker we can get off the runway, you can see the ends are already approaching and we are nowhere near... Oh, there we go. Alright, we are over the water immediately. We'll go ahead and put our gear up. And we will set nav mode here. Like so. Flaps 1. And speed hold. And we'll manage our climb by ourselves for a little bit here. As you can see, we're climbing out of Key West here, en route to Miami. We're cruising at a flight level of 13,000 or 13,000 feet, 130 for this short haul. Let's go up to 15, why not? Alright. Okay, perfect. Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to just go in my settings real quick here. And we'll change this. That is gorgeous, guys. We have left Key West for the next airport. As we continue to climb out here. Beautiful Air Canada Express. That's a great screenshot right there that I just stole. But yeah, as you guys can see, mainly this whole flight is over open waters. So that's why I played the safety video the way I did. Wow. That is just gorgeous. "10,000 feet here, we'll go ahead and turn off our landing light as well as our seatbelt sign here. And we can reduce our vertical speed a little bit here. Actually, let's speed this guy up a little bit. 275 knots. The CRJ 900 cabin is actually pretty big, as you can tell. Alright, let's go ahead and speed it up even more here. Let's go 300 knots here on the speed select. And I do apologize if you hear background noises. Unfortunately, I don't have a studio. Yeah, welcome aboard Air Canada. Here we are basically at cruising flight level now. We just left Key West en route to Miami-Dade International Airport here. And yeah, so you can see that is beautiful. One of the many reasons why I love the CRJ, it's just they're such a great jet. I also love the ERJs, the Embraers, but I find this plane just to be a beauty over the water. But yeah, our flight's gonna take us roughly 13 minutes to do. On into Miami. So we're just sitting up here at flight level 150 on our way up to Miami. We're going to be cruising today flight level 150 at a Mach of 6.1, which is 61% of this sound of speed, I believe. But oh wow, we're already in a sweeping left-hand turn. I didn't even see that. That's a cool view. You can see the front of the cabin right up there. That's really cool. Just barely see the tip of the wing there. As we continue our flight up to Miami today. Once we get into Miami, we're going to be taking either runways 9... Ooh, actually we can't do that. We're going to be making a loop. We're going to probably have to do... Ooh, I don't like this though. We'll probably end up taking... We should have taken off the other way because we're going to have to take runway 27, but we'll see when we get up there what we need to do. Probably gonna have to make a turn and take runway 30 in Miami right now is the one that's active. So once we get closer to Miami, we'll make a decision. Actually, you know what, we'll just... Yeah, we're gonna take runway 30, so we're gonna connect it over here a little bit. But until we get a little closer, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, it's a pretty short flight. They do this flight in real life, just not with Air Canada. I believe American Envoy Airlines does it. If you're wondering what I'm searching up, I'm just looking up and seeing what kind of yeah, I mean, you could fly a 737 into Key West. It's just not very realistic. But I do see on YouTube here quite a few people have done it with a 737 in real life, which is really intriguing. Because I certainly wouldn't want to. I don't know if I could take a 737 off that runway, because a CRJ 900 is already struggling off. Let alone a 737 is almost twice. You know, so. Yeah, my brother is swearing in the background, but beautiful CRJ 900. Yeah, we are, as you guys can tell, we're already almost halfway there. Weather in Miami is not available right now. Runway 30 is active. It is an ILS approach. ILS localizer approach. So we are actually going to plan for runway 30 then. In that case. Almost 90 miles out. We're only a little bit ways away from our descent into Miami, but oh, let's go ahead and turn off the seatbelt sign. Oh, it's already off. Good. We certainly don't want that to be on. I guess we could have gone up a little higher, but there's no point now. Between here and Miami, it's just open ocean. We'll be coming over land here very shortly on our way up to Miami-Dade. See the beautiful wing here. I wonder if they have the, oh, they don't have like cabin, like the seat numbers, seat assignment numbers on this model. That's fine. I don't think any airplanes in Infinite Flight have it anyways, so no big deal there. Alright guys, we are coming over land already. We are very close. If you want to make this flight even shorter, you could land at Homestead Airport. But what's the fun in that? 83 nautical miles. We'll be probably landing or starting our descent around 50-ish nautical miles out from Miami Airport. So yeah. But yeah, this video will be released the day of. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd. I will hopefully be releasing this video the day that it is recorded, so Wednesday, January 22nd. Once again, guys, CRJ 900 service on over to Miami-Dade if you're just joining us now on the flight. Or if you've skipped around the video a little bit, you can see the shorelines coming into view here. Hazy day out, but good day for flying. Yeah. Alright. We're getting close to Miami here. Alright, let's take a look at our landing runway here. Our landing runway in Miami Airport. Oops, wrong thing. We need this thing here. Runway is 9,365 feet long. That shouldn't be a problem. Now, looking at YouTube here, I do see some people have flown a 737-700 Delta Airlines in. If you fly it all the way up to Atlanta, I guess you could. But we don't need to. We're just flying strictly into Miami-Dade here. Alright, we are coming over the shoreline, and we've entered the Florida coast here. So we will hopefully soon be starting our descent. Flight time 11 minutes, 68 nautical miles. We have about another 10 minutes before we land in Miami here, and we're gonna probably land this thing by ourselves onto the runway. I've done quite a few landings. I actually did a flight on here from Dallas up to Vancouver's International Airport. 3 hours, almost a 4-hour flight. It's kind of boring to record it all, but if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to record 4 hours of us cruising. There's not a whole lot. There's not a lot of air traffic control on the way too, and even if there was, you wouldn't be talking to them much. So yeah, wow, that's a beautiful view right there. Stunning Florida coast. That's a picture right there. Alright guys, we'll start our descent here in about 10 nautical miles or ish. And we'll start lowering it down at about 10,000 feet. There's the Florida coast off our wing there. See? So. Now, I would totally find a real flight plan for this, or like a real routing for this. However, it is kind of hard. So. This aircraft itself is operated by Jazz Aviation, and we are starting our descent here into Miami. And let's go ahead and throw our... we're going to actually put out some spoilers. Alright, so we're really quickly here. In a minute, we're going to change our settings here so we can start our descent. There's not a whole lot of margin for error at Key West Airport because of the way the runways are set up. So alright, let's go ahead and get this descent started a little quicker. I always like to get down to about 4,000 feet, just a couple nautical miles out from ILS. And our ILS waypoint is in about 30 or so nautical miles. So you can see the cabin. These seats are actually quite nice looking. I mean, they don't have like a headrest and stuff on them, but the armrests look really nice on these seats. So alright, let's go ahead and get the plane down a little quicker here. And we'll set about 5% positive trim here. Take that forward pressure off. And yes, there is wipers. Not that you would ever need it because it never rains in this game. But just for the sake of having it, it is there if you want it. For those of you who have never played Infinite Flight Global, basically the game allows you to fly the whole entire world. Anywhere you want to go in this world, you can fly it. So it's pretty cool, I think. You know, being able to go around the whole world in a mobile simulator is not something that everyone can do. Or it's not something that every single game developer can make. So it's a big shout out to these Infinite Flight guys that do it, or the guys that develop this game, because they've done a stunning job. Granted, the controls in the airplane, like, you know, the cockpit is not interactable, but, you know, it still looks like a CRJ aircraft. And some of the other airplanes that I've flown, like the 737s, those things look really nice. And yes, this game does load in as, oh, we are past 9,000 feet. Let's go and slow our speed down, way down. I'm gonna pull spoilers out for this. Pretty much on final. So yeah, around this area I'd like to get our, because we're going to be on a, it's almost a down, it's not quite a downwind, well, it's a downwind leg for runway 27, but we're not landing runway 27 today, so that shall not be a problem. Alright, let's go armed on those guys. And we said 6,000, let's go ahead and kill this a little bit more. This airplane gets down, like when you tell it to descend, it descends quick. I mean, it doesn't play around. So take a look outside and see what we got. This is the beautiful Miami area. I'm kind of doing a little bit of jumping around with this game. Not really flying like from point A to point B to point C. I'm just kind of picking little places to fly to. Next flight is probably, I don't know, I want to really do something up in the British Columbia area, so we might do some exploring up there in the Dash 8 Q400s. I think that'd be kind of a cool little series of flights to do, exploring northern BC or southern BC or something, I don't know. Or the Vancouver Islands or something, I don't know. But I've done enough flights from San Diego to Los Angeles, it's just starting to get old. So there's no point in me doing more of those because you guys aren't going to watch it. So I don't find any reason for me to be doing them. Wow, it's a beautiful day out. And yes, I'm talking about in the game, not in real life. It's also a beautiful day out in real life, but in the game it's pretty nice too. Alright. Now we're down here at 6,000 feet. We'll stay at this altitude for a little bit. We're entering the Miami Bravo airspace just about now. We're crossing this airport, Miami Executive, Kilo Tango Mike Bravo. I haven't used the phonetic alphabet in so long. But I know I normally like to keep the speed quite high until we get to the last little bit and then kill the speed. Because like I said, this aircraft does pretty well with, in terms of, oh wow, look at that. Miami-Dade International Airport right there. And we're going to be landing parallel, we're going to be landing on that cross runway. So we're going to fly out and then back around and intercept it. I think all the runways are, no, it's only that one runway that's still open, so. Flying just below Miami Executive right now. And we just saw Miami Airport right there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get down to 4,000 feet here. And, yeah. I'm going to kill the speed down to 230 knots here, pretty much. Start getting ourselves prepped for landing. Seatbelt signs coming back on. We should have turned that on a lot earlier, but I started talking to you guys and I forgot. It's alright. Get myself comfortable. And we can lose this trim here that we have. Don't really need it now. Just trying to find where this runway starts so we can intercept it correctly. Alright, let's start bringing the speed back here to 210 knots. We'll drop flaps 1 out now for arrival. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please return to your seats, landing in 2 minutes. You can see the cross runway right there. Alright, let's start slowing this puppy down. All right. We should be turning any moment now to line up with ILS here. Alright, let's start slowing this puppy down a little bit more here. Start bringing that speed back. And pulling in the flaps here. Because we will be landing momentarily. Drop it down to 164 here. Alright, we're starting our base leg turn here for runway. As soon as we complete this turn, I will take... Actually, I might take control of the aircraft now, because we're only about 3 nautical miles from our destination. Well, 3 nautical miles for our turn, and then once we get in our turn here, we're still a little ways away from the airport. Just going to drop this down a little bit more. Gear down. For landing, 143, laps 30. Alright, we're going to take control of the aircraft here momentarily. And, oops, that's a little low. As soon as we line up with the runway here. The autopilot sometimes does that. I don't know why, but it tends to kind of like to jump around a little bit, so that's alright. We will take control of it from here and slowly start guiding the aircraft in towards land. I'm actually going to dump full flaps in now. And yes, there's the runway, guys. We're going to add about 10% trim here. And my brother's yelling even some more in the background. I don't know why the aircraft is so like... Pull some more speed in, maybe that's why. Alright, we are on final approach, guys, for runway 30 at Miami. It should be good. Pretty much straight approach in. We're just going to pretty much keep this heading, hold, and keep this descent rate going. Alright. Flight attendants landing in 1 minute. And yes, we don't have that chime in this game, unfortunately. But, I think this speed works, bro. Yeah. About 130 is our final approach speed on this aircraft here. Go, we're almost at Miami, guys. Very short flight, and then we gotta find the gates. I don't even know where the gates are in Miami, but we'll figure that out when we get on the ground. Alright, one thing we are going to get rid of is this flight path vector thing. I don't really care for it all that much. Got a bit of wind, but nothing crazy. 1,000 feet.
1,000.
Alright. Whoa! That autopilot speed thing doesn't really want to do its job. I don't think in real life that it's like that. But that's alright. We got control of it back. So that's what matters. Ah, well, we sped up a little too much. It's fine.
500.
500.
400.
Yeah, we're gonna be coming in a little
300.
fast here. It's not a problem.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 20. 10.
We got it. We floated for quite some time there, but we got it stopped. There we go, guys. We made it onto the ground here. It's a little bit of a bad landing there. Forgive me for that, but the aircraft is on the ground and it's safe. And now let's just get off this runway and figure out where the heck we need to go, because I don't know the airport layout here. So, alright, well, we made it to Miami. I have no clue where anything is. Let's go ahead and turn off our landing lights. Strobe lights are coming off. And now we get the fun of exploring where anything is, because I have no clue this airport and the layout of it. But that's alright. That landing was, I would say, was bad because of the way the autopilot did that thing, but I guess that's just this airplane. I haven't had that kind of issue in the past with other airplanes, so I'm pretty sure that's just this aircraft in itself. And just because I have no clue where anything is, we are going to look up a chart. Looks like the terminal's just over here somewhere. We just gotta taxi to it. Welcome to Miami, ladies and gentlemen. The local time is 11:03 a.m. For the safety and comfort of all passengers around you, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. We'd like to remind you smoking is prohibited. Receiving and transmitting functions of your cellular device is now permitted. If you require assistance deplaning today here in Miami, we ask you please remain seated until the aisles are clear, and then we'd be best able to help you at that time. If you're making a connection out of Miami today, please check the video screens inside the terminal gate building for gate information, and any other further questions can be directed to the gate agent meeting our flight. We'd like to thank you for flying with us. It's been a pleasure having you on board, and we wish you a pleasant stay in the Miami area or wherever your final destination may take you. Alright, well, thanks to the help of the gate, not the gate agent, but the airport charts, I was able to locate the gate areas pretty quickly. It was just off of the runway, actually, which is really nice because we don't have to go for a far taxi up, because we're currently on Papa. This is taxiway Papa we're currently on. And so it was nice that we didn't have to go far for it, but I don't even know if Air Canada's ever flown this small of a jet this far. There's our gate right there, I already see it. this far. I mean, like, the CRJ 900 series is a great aircraft. I just don't know if they ever fly it this far, though. This is quite the hop into Florida here. But like I said, we've made it. We're safe on the ground. There's our gate right there. And brake about 100% here. Slow the aircraft down. Could actually shut down engine number 2. We don't need it. There we are. We are in Miami. This airport is huge. You could fit hundreds of aircrafts in here. And there's our wonderful gate. Like so. Perfect! We made it. Parking brake is set. Passenger sign off. Beacon light off. Actions. Let's actually shut the engine off first. Engine 1 is coming off line. Main door is coming open. Cargo door is opening up. And our service door is open. And there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on our flight from Key West to Miami. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The next departure for this aircraft is going to be Dallas-Fort Worth. However, we are not going to fly to Dallas. Another crew will. But once again, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, guys, as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay proficient. We'll see you guys in the next video.